Well, these people who are watching right now, they're like the most amazing people in the world. Can I buy it for you? I buy it for you? Okay. You want to say anything to your friends at school? No? I didn't want to. You got excited. You got excited. But we're going to help you out. He's going to tell you all about it. I've never seen a horse up close like this in my life. Yeah. That's a Fousey horse. It's a what? Beautiful.
Oh my god, that's so perfect.
Yeah! This shit's got me feeling manic. Holy fuck. So basically, Fousey is back in the news. That's crazy, guys. I didn't see that coming. I didn't foretell this literally 4 days ago, whatever the f it is now. My loyal viewers, if you didn't know about the Fousey situation, if you didn't see the first part of my video, it's bad, and it just got a whole lot worse. Remember all the red flags we were talking about in the last Fousey video that we did just a couple days ago, in which we pointed out all the various things that had happened over the last few years in regard to Fousey that seem to be happening again, and they seem to be going down the same result and road and path. Guys, it happened, and it's worse by a lot this time. Just a week ago or so, he had his Mile High Club incident in which he sort of took advantage of a drunk woman who admitted to being sexually trafficked at one point. He also just freaks out at people in public, and he just runs out into traffic. He's crazy.
I'm on the Miami freeway, by the way.
And we warned everybody that it's probably happening again. And, you know, secretly I was sort of hoping for it to happen because it's an entertaining thing and I have no skin in the game. Fousey's not my friend. He seems like a piece of shit, in all honesty. I really just don't want anyone else to get hurt at this point. That's where I'm at, but we'll circle it back. Fousey has been so naughty that he was put into cuffs last night at the time of recording this. What exactly led up to this? How did things get so crazy? And what was the exact reason he was even put into cuffs in the first place? It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any logical sense at all. Unfortunately for us, since he's still been live streaming every single day, he's a chronic goober online, we have every single moment, and it's all caught on camera. It's all here, guys. I don't know whether it's due to Fousey's mindset or the need to make viral clips for clout. I don't really know if he has truly a mental health problem, if he has brain rot, if he has actual worms in his head, like swimming around. The dude creates a dangerous environment everywhere he goes for everyone around him, and it's terrible. It's scary. I mean, look at this fan just getting tackled for being near him. For me, I'm not like you guys know me. I'm a YouTuber, whatever. I'm also just a regular dude. I'm just a regular guy who jacks off. This shit seems so fucking alien. I cannot imagine doing this shit for views or whatever. My boy Fousey admits to smoking laced weed, just starts yelling at everyone, and then messages the Tate brothers. I bet they hate him so much.
I smoked laced weed tonight. I had a manic episode. I cussed out everyone. I sent a message to Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate. I broke my veneer.
Another thing that I want to add onto this before we continue to unravel this ridiculous situation is if you work for Fousey, the turnover rate for the employment of Fousey is very, very, very fast, like hours. He hires and fires people in such little flashes of time that it's hard to keep track of who the fuck is who and what's going on. Fired my main head of operations today before anyone says, OMG, he gave you 60 grand. I called my accountant and said, wire him 100 grand as a severance package. My life was in danger today and he chose to sleep and miss all my calls until 10 a.m. That's G6AF. Joker moment. So he says his manager should be awake to just solve his life. I assume his manager isn't smoking laced weed and on a manic, insane tirade at all hours of the day. So he probably isn't super interested in getting Fousey out of dangerous situations that, by the way, Fousey put himself into in all of these. Another thing that's interesting about this tweet is he says he paid his dude 100K of severance. Yet in another video we're going to show you, he says he's broke and has no money, and also has said multiple times that all the money he gets from subs he gives to charity. So which is which though?
We're starting a nonprofit.
It's amazing.
All the kick sub money goes in there.
There are a crazy amount of examples of Fousey being unhinged towards people in his life since the last time we talked about him. It also seems like these situations get consistently worse. And by like worse, I mean, how come I haven't shit a solid turd in 3 years. Due to all this erratic behavior and this massive stardom and live streaming in public places, he has a personal security team now, a bunch of babysitters to keep fans and trolls away from him. In the following video, you can see exactly how highly Fousey thinks of himself, based upon the way he interacts with his own security team, the people that he's hired, that he is above, that he has control over.
Have you given me a Diet Coke? No. Have you given me a Red Bull, sugar-free? You haven't. Have you given me water?
Yeah.
Once, twice, the same bottle, 4 times? Dog, if you want to be with me and work for me, protect me like a multi-million-dollar brand.
This dude's a fucking psychopath. He doesn't value human beings, for one. All right, it's cool job, probably a lot of money for being security guard to Mr. President Fousey, Prime King, whatever the he is. I didn't know security guards were fucking personal assistants, but oh well. I don't really know, man. They're not. It's not like The Sims. They can't see all your needs. In case you weren't aware, there are other people who exist that have other realities that aren't just yours. Like the world doesn't completely and entirely revolve around you. And this is a habit that Fousey has, by the way, treating his employees and friends like shit. We talked about how him and Keemstar split ways, and Keemstar bought Fousey shares of Happy Punch, even though Fousey made it seem like he was scammed out of all of them. And a lot of people kind of were on both sides a couple weeks ago, but now it seems like Fousey's a piece of shit, and Keemstar is probably the right in this situation. How wild is that? Another thing I'd like to point out is how often Fousey says he loves people. I don't think that word means anything to him. I don't know, unless it's just tied in with how he's feeling in the moment, how manic he is, and how much control he has over that person. He only loves people whenever they are vulnerable in front of him, and they are small and he is big. Here's another clip of him interacting with his beloved security team. I love you, but also you're fired.
What do we have him for?
Security.
My brother, I'm sorry, but after Miami, I'm not going to work with you guys any longer.
Okay.
I love you guys. All right? Respectfully. I want you guys to have fun here. You sat in the car, you were scrolling on Instagram. I needed you inside.
What's inside?
Me. Your client.
I've never seen anyone less deserving of this much fame and fortune than this guy. Genuinely not even jealous at all. This seems terrible. This seems horrible. Fortunately, Fousey, for his own safety, did retain one guard from his crew, but then he started talking about this kind of stuff.
Hey, do cocaine off my penis. Every YouTuber loves that. I don't know why. Every YouTuber that I know, I could expose so many. They love prostitutes doing cocaine off their penises.
This poor guy, man. Here's some more examples of Fousey just abusing the people around him in a hilarious and incredibly pathetic way.
He thinks he's the assistant. He thinks he's the PR. He thinks he's the HR. He thinks he's the medic. So he's doing everything himself. So he's letting him... I just got another fucking text. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done, buddy. Sorry. I'm done. To that friend that just texted me, you fucking... I literally just said you're ruining my mental health, and what do? You text me. You're blocked.
My boy also decided to break up with his girlfriend on stream. Awesome moment to publicize.
You got balls, though. You're the only motherfucking woman in the world who would stare at this kind of money and stare at this kind of power and say, I don't want it.
You know I don't care about that stuff.
I know, but you knew the man that I was. I showed you that in a day. I treated you better than any man that's ever been in your life. By the way, I unmuted it, so I just want to say bye.
So he's broken up with. And then also, after this, a little cherry on top, he calls one of his W words, and she rejects him live.
Pack a bag. Come on, let's go eat.
What do you mean, come over, let's go eat?
I'm getting a new hotel. I just got kicked out of my Airbnb. I'm going to a different hotel.
Aren't you that girl?
No, we just broke up.
Why?
She said she wanted to be private, and she said my life is way too public for her.
Okay, but why are you trying to use me as a rebound?
I'm not. You were into me, I was into you, so I'm trying to kick it.
Man got rejected, broke up, and then rejected. This man loves himself and believes he's also a godly man. Like, he believes his behavior is good. Like, his behavior is putting him in good graces with Allah.
I used to know you, Mr. Beast. Before the devil took over, I met you at Alex Wasabi's house. You were a nice guy. You were trying to date Veronica Mero. You guys were talking. I didn't think that couple could work out, but you were real still. You were still grinding, gifting kick people subs, da-da-da. I don't know why you had to do it.
So Mr. Beast sold his soul and Fousey did not sell his soul. I think as a whole, we could see which million-dollar brand has done more for good. I think it's probably Mr. Beast. To Fousey, people have no value to him beyond what they are able to offer him in the instant that he decides to talk to them. He has no respect for anyone around him. He tells people that he loves them and then just uses them and then gets rid of them instantaneously because he is God. He is literally his own God. Like this dude is a God. He thinks of himself as one. This man has a lot of problems, and I think one of the biggest problems he has is he's surrounded with other snakes that aren't mentally ill like he is, or maybe they're mentally ill in a different way. I mean, he chills with Aiden Ross. He loves Sneeko. He also loves the Island Boys, the twins that are famous to making love to each other. All these cryptids on the internet that he's spending time with have taken him down a rabbit hole that has an exit right into hell. Right into the hot magma core of the earth. There's a video of them in a car in which Fousey begs Sneeko to hold his hand before he hits himself. Sneeko just ignores him, and then he hits himself in the head. It's insane.
One real one.
I forgot the left one. I'm about to punch myself. Sneeko, hold my hand. Wallahi, I'm about to punch myself. Sneeko, I hit myself, please. I swear to God, I hit my... Dog! I begged you!
This guy's needs to be locked up. And then when he's in Sneeko's house, he goes crazy, dude. He's like the fucking Tasmanian devil.
Yo, you need a new fridge.
What the?
You need a new fridge. Your fridge sucks ass.
Fousey broke everything.
Hey, leave Rumble. They didn't pay you enough.
What
dog.
the fuck?
Leave Rumble.
What did you do?
Look, I came here. I got a drink. This shit.
Why would you do it again?
You got a cheap ass fridge.
Whoa, put it.
It's dirty, dog.
He confronts the Island Boys, which I've got to say is really awesome, and I liked seeing that. That was fun.
Bro, you're Muslim, right? Muslims kiss each other.
On the cheek, dog.
Yeah, I seen on the list before.
Can I tell you something? No, if they did that, they're gay.
No, it's not gay. It's not a sexual act. You don't do it flirting.
Look, I'm coming here respectfully. Hey, look, I'm gonna share with you my beliefs. You can share with me yours, okay?
I just can't believe what I'm witnessing here. Look at this. What is going, like, what the timeline are we in? He also bullies Neon. He slaps him, throws him around, calls him the F slur, kicks him out of the house.
I just prayed and cried to Allah and asked him for forgiveness for all my shortcomings and sins. Respect your fucking elders and get the fuck out of my house. I don't give a fuck about your content or the Island Boys. If you want, go suck their fucking dicks. Let them fuck you, cream pie style, you fucking...
Which I don't really care. I think bullying Neon is probably a good thing, but at the same time, it's bad, whatever. It's, you know. He also beats up Jack Doherty, the guy who kissed the Island Boys. He called him beta as fuck, got in his face, threw water on him. Jack threw water back, and then Fousey literally assaults him. By the way, I think throwing water on someone in their own home, you could get shot for that in Texas.
Y'all are all beta as fuck.
Cheers. This guy's fucking beta as fuck. God damn it. Beta said, hey. Yo, you're a bitch. You're a little bitch. Bro, you're a bitch. He doesn't even have his kick money yet. Yo, you're fucking...
I'm beta.
Imagine being 33 years old. And fuck, yo, get me some water bottles, John. Give me some fucking...
You're lucky
yo.
I made friends with your security guard.
We're going back.
The dog shit out of you.
No, we can't block. You talk like a bitch, too.
The whole time I was watching them argue, I just couldn't imagine what Fousey's breath smells like. He treats people the worst of any creator I've ever any human I've ever seen online. Like, this is one of the worst people that's ever existed that isn't actively committing crimes against like minorities or genociding people, or at least that's what it's made to seem like, because everyone keeps getting together and like they went paintballing together. Like, it's just, I don't even know what's going on. It's probably not real. And whatever they're doing to spice it up is coming off as them all just being pieces of shit. They're prank YouTubers, whatever. So this leads down the final rabbit hole, the end of FouseyTube, it seems like. The worst manic episode we've seen from Fousey in a long time. A stalker calls Fousey through the hotel phone. The phone in the hotel that he is staying at. Now, we need to say stalker, kind of a loose word. That's what Fousey is calling this guy. Fousey threatens the man after he threatens Fousey.
Can you hear me, buddy?
You know we have your address, we have your number, we have everything.
Oh, you like doxing too? Hey, I know where you are right now, and I live here, buddy.
Come over here, bitch. I swear to God, I'll kill you.
Fousey calls the police on himself for feeling like he's in danger.
Hi, my life is in danger right now. I have a guy threatening my life. He knows my address. He called my hotel room. Where are we located, sir?
We're located at the
Intercontinental.
Hotel.
I have his address and I have his phone number, man. My life is in danger. I'm in the Intercontinental.
He then starts to brag about himself to the dispatcher, says he spreads sobriety to everyone, and then brags about a $77 million deal.
I'm a public figure. I'm the most viral man on the internet right now. I got invited to go to Andrew Tate's team. I'm like that guy right now. I'm a live streamer. My life is on stream 24/7. I travel around the country and promote sobriety to everyone. I just signed a $77 million deal to do live streaming.
Okay, wait, sir. Okay, sir, hello, sir, let me just...
And also, to be honest, you don't seem very sober. I mean, I don't want to accuse someone of not being sober, but this is the least sober shit I think I've seen ever. He then lies to her on the phone and says that there's a gun to his head.
You know, if he was on his way right now and he had a gun, I would be dead and he would still be asking me questions. Send the fucking cops. Send the cops. There's a gun to my head right now. There's a gun to my head. Help, ma'am, he left. Ma'am, he left. There's a gun to my head. Help, get them. Help, bye. Ma'am, Intercontinental, what's my room number? Help, tell me. 2027. That's what I have to do to get help?
There's a gun to my head. Yes, this will end well, and not with me getting by the police. I'm no legal expert or whatever, but I think lying to the police about having a gun to your head, I don't know if that's not falsifying a police report necessarily, but that is a thing that is probably illegal, I assume. He swatted himself. He needs to be kicked off the internet. I think that's like, this is one of the very few situations in which deplatforming someone is probably a good thing, because he's maybe the first ever dude who has a large following who is a danger to himself and others very clearly. Then Aiden Ross calls him, and Fousey tells Aiden that he's going to die tonight.
Aiden, I'm gonna die tonight. I manifested it.
Listen.
No, did you not see what happened?
Please listen to me. Everything I'm about to say, just please listen. You have a fucking beautiful fan base. You have a beautiful family. You have kids. Everyone looks up to you.
And I'm about to die.
Stop. Let me talk. Now let me talk. Stop this, bro. Do not. This is it, bro. This is the breaking point. This is what everyone wants to see. Right now, we gotta get you help, bro. I'm broke. Fousey, I'm here. Like, I'll drive you right now, bro. Please. You gotta go to sleep. It's been 2 fucking days. Please, bro. Please.
All right, Aiden, I'll go to sleep right now. All right.
Fousey, please.
He's gonna call me to tell me to go to sleep when a guy just threatened me and he's been telling my mom he's gonna kill me.
And Aiden appears like a real human being and says he'll drive up to him if he needs to just chill out and relax, man. The police arrive, to my surprise, very peacefully. I don't know how you can, maybe they saw the live stream. I'm not exactly sure.
I'm good.
Anybody else in the room with you?
Nobody's in the room. My live stream is on. I'm recording. Can you guys listen? I want to talk to you. I need to talk to you right now. This guy needs to be arrested tonight.
Come over here, bro.
Okay.
He snitches on himself right to the police and says he told the stalker he was going to slit his throat. He then yells at the police. They put him in handcuffs.
Okay, and who is this guy?
I don't fucking know.
So how do you want us to look for him if you don't know where he is?
I have his address.
He then threatens to sue them because they're arresting a Palestinian Muslim who is viral. What the f does that even mean, bro? And as they're leading him out of the room, the most beautiful and poetic thing happens. Katy Perry's Dark Horse starts playing like an outro song to Fousey's life. Now, let me know what you guys think down below. The dude is obviously in a mental health crisis, clearly. This is, you know, there's a lot of levels to this. This guy's not a victim, by the way. He's not a victim of anyone, so it's not like you should be nice to this thing. He should be taken and held accountable for the insane shit he's doing and will continue to do, in my opinion. Here's what Keemstar had to say. Great decision by the police. I know I messed up, but it's clear this mistake he's doing from mental manic state. I hope and pray that there is still someone in his life that he hasn't pushed away that can help him. He cannot just stream 24/7. It is impossible for him not to become manic due to pressures of him having to entertain nonstop. Plus, many people are constantly effing with him to get a reaction on stream. And then when they're successful, it's going to cause more people to harass him. It's just a recipe for disaster. I agree completely, dude. And also, he was arrested on the scene, but he was taken to a mental hospital for an evaluation, I assume.
Just want to say hi. I miss y'all. I'm currently under, what's it called? The thing the cops put me under. I have no idea. I forgot the name of the act. When you can't leave a mental hospital until you get clearance.
not a nice act.
It's not a nice act. Can't leave the hospital until I get clearance from the police. So I've been here for 4 days now. They drug me up every day. Anytime I say something wrong, wallahi, they put a needle this big into my arm. But I love y'all. I made the 0.4 second shot. I got fouled out. That's all it is. I'll be back. Y'all know that. Season 2 on the way. We champions now. Let's get it. G7, baby.
There's also rumors that Kick pulled the contract after the freak out at Jack's house when I was just talking about that. I personally think that Kick has a bit more of a role in this too, because they're just like, there's been doing this weird carrot stick thing with hanging money over his head. They are letting him stream on his platform. They're making this worse just as much as the audience is. They literally tweeted free Fousey and then deleted the tweet right after because they realized, oh wait, this is a fucking bad idea. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.